Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We're in the great state of Texas this week. Our first round coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Hello and welcome. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elving, alongside Rich Beam, right here in the booth. And out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Oh, Rich, how good's this day going to be? It's exciting. I can feel it in my veins already. Our featured player has a rivalry brewing with another one out on the course. But before we get into that, please take us through this course.
I'm having a hard time coming up with one that's a little more fiery, I would say, than San Antonio. It's just a golf course that I think it was designed, Luke, to play firm and fast with winds mostly blowing out of the south. But what happens is, as we normally play it, they overseed the fairways, they overseed the rough, which slows everything down. And then at least one day a week, you've got some north winds that, slow everything down. And this golf course is it's painful. It really can be no fun to play. You got to drive the golf ball here. Danger everywhere off the fairways. A few years back, one of the guys who was playing in front of me made a 16 on the 9th hole, and that was kind of interesting, but that's what can happen in a hurry out here.
So close. Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Sitting at 1 over for the day. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
He is taking this on.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Oh, this is going hard left.
Ooh. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Yeah, nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. And with that now, back to level par. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
How close was that to going in? Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup.
Oh, he's put a pure stroke on that one. That's disappointing to have to settle for the bogey there. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And he'll drop down to 1 over for the event. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Job done. Let's head to the next. The fifth is one of the shorter par 4s on the property, right on 400 yards.
Players must make a decision whether to go for it or lay up short of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. This green is perched above the players ever so slightly, and there's a spine running right through the center of it with a low area on the left-hand side. No matter whether you go for it or you lay up, this is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Yeah, that one will play. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
This lie won't be too bad in the first cut.
I tell you what, from the rough, nice.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Oh, he's got to love how this feels. Ahead in this rivalry, nice.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. That's disappointing. Just 3 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his par.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. On the tee now, the par 5 8th hole. Oh, that was mashed. You know, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here. But TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right, and then stayed right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
Sitting at 2 under. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. He's got this putt to break inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Oh. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. As players make the turn, they find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Playing this shot from 120 yards. Got to admire that talent. Just green after green in regulation.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar, Luke. The greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
And that'll see him move up the leaderboard after that effort. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
And back to the play, shall we? Standing over his second shot. 5 shots off the pace. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this.
And he's hit that inside the range.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
We'll reach this par 4 12th. Really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot, as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Four against the wind to stick that one.
Putting for birdie here.
With this putt, he'll get 1 up on Will Zalatoris. What a match this has been.
And that's a master stroke. It not only improves their position in the field, but they're now ahead of their rival.
13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short in those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
The rival is ahead of him. He needs to get something together here.
And this putt to move into the top 10.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I'm thinking a little left to right here.
That's tracking. How good was that putt? And that will move him to 6 under par. He's currently tied for 8th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
What do you think of the 14th, Richard? Par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Setting up miles from the hole. Asking this one to come a long way from the right side.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Here's Will Zalatoris. 3 behind our leader. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. From around 140 yards here, 2 strokes off the lead. chosen the pitching wedge here. Wow, what a shot. This is what remains for a share of 6th place in the standings. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
This one looks like it will be breaking to the left.
Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. He's currently tied for 6th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Yeah, that was a safe play. And this putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, it looks like about 23 feet from here.
That's a good looking putt, that. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently 7 under for the round. The 17th is certainly a fun hole. The question really is, should players go for it or lay up?
Depending on where they put the tee box, Luke, most players should be going for this green. Anything just short and left could find that deep bunker fronting a green, but to be fair, that's not a bad miss. The one you want to avoid at all costs is the one on the right-hand side, because nobody, not even professionals, like a 60-yard bunker shot.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the green side bunker. Okay, let's get back to the action. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Rich, the finishing hole here at TPC San Antonio, very famous with that creek meandering up through the last half of it. It's a great par 5.
Only the bravest of the brave will be going for this green in 2. Just a tee shot down the left-hand side and a layup, a difficult one at that, up the right-hand side. You must avoid the bunkers and the water with your second. Third shot past the creek to a green that sits above you that has 3 distinct tiers on it. Getting it close here requires a deft touch.
Ooh, staying aggressive, going for the green. Oh, I like the look of this one. This looks really good. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
And his round has come to an end with a magnificent eagle. He'll be delighted with that day's work. Well, Rich, I thought that day was an absolute doozy. And this player seems to be in decent shape, don't you think?
Little work to do, there's no doubt about it, but still plenty of good golf to reflect on today with 3 days to go.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, are thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Time now for round 2 of the Valero Texas Open from TPC San Antonio. Luke Elvey here, pleased to have your company once again. And as we check on the position of our featured player, it's going to be an interesting day to see what he does here on cut day. At this point, the weekend is certainly not a guarantee.
Currently sitting a couple of strokes inside the cut line, but that is just not comfortable enough for this player. They need to play well.
Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Yes, and let's hope it's not as similar results as yesterday.
Okay, that'll work. John, have you got a read on this one?
Well, can be firm with this one up the hill, but it's going to move to the right as well.
Well, that one's come off the blade with intent. And that's going to be a pretty good outcome, that one, in the circle of friendship. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock solid par right there.
Let's take a look at this par 5 second hole.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Maybe going for the green, are we? Found the green side rough. Still, not a bad spot. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. Currently 10 under for the event.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Here we are at the third hole, a par 3.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Currently 11 under par for the event. Let's go to the fourth. It's a par 4. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. This is his second shot. Woo, back there, horsey. A quality shot, that.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
11 feet to the cup.
Little birdie look in here.
And he's down there. You got a read?
I'm down here. I've done the read, and this is a left to righter.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Handy effort, that one. Just 10 feet to the cup here. That's a well-played hole, but in the end, just tap it in for a par. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The sixth is a par 4.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
This shot from 120 yards. This one's going right at the pin here. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Oh, just missed the birdie. That's a shame. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Sitting at minus 11 overall. And now striding onto the tee of this par 3 hole. Going with the 5-iron here. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
John, what's the line on this putt?
Well, it looks like this one's going left to right.
Ooh. Big putt for par coming up. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Welcome to the par 5 8th hole. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Wow, that was just striped. Nine feet to the cup. So close. A par putt on the table. Okay, let's head to the next. Now at 11 under for the event. Teeing off here at the 9th hole.
Not a single bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting as this green is very deep, not very wide. Big runoff areas on both sides of this green. A par here is a solid number.
Great looking shot this. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
John, have you got a good read on this one?
It's looking like just a slight break to the left here, I think.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
This for par.
Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
This one's for birdie. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
This putt is of 9 feet.
This for a birdie run.
Ooh. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Welcome to the par 4 12th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle.
Could not be more perfect.
Setting up this approach now from a similar spot to yesterday.
Had a good result here yesterday. Hopefully conjure up some more of those good thoughts.
Nicely done. This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make. We're now out on the ground. John McCarthy has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
It'll start out straight, I think, and then break to the right near the hole.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Sitting at 12 under par for the event.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard. Never a good sign.
Yikes!
Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And he's moving up the leaderboard after that hole. The 14th is a par 5. That one's got into some heavy grass, I think. This now, his 3rd shot.
This one is all over it.
Here's a good chance to move to 14 under with this putt. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. Lovely effort, that. And playing this one from around 120 yards out.
He's found the surface. Good chance here.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. Now 7 shots behind after that. The 16th is a par 3. Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Currently top 30 in the FedEx Cup points list.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, good look at a birdie here. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. He's currently in a share of 11th place.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Oh yeah, this is pretty. Big bounce down the fast lane.
Second shot here on the 17th hole.
That was a beauty, right against the hole. And this is what remains for a share of 5th place on the leaderboard. Just missing the birdie there. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. He's currently tied for 12th. The 18th hole is a par 5. A thing of beauty.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here. That's tidy. A look here to get to 18 under the card with this putt. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
This is a 12-footer here.
This one's tracking.
And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. And as this round comes to a close, he finds himself in 3rd place.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We've got 3rd round action of the Valero Texas Open coming your way right now. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. Great to have you back with us. Rich, as this round begins, what are your thoughts on this particular player?
Look, this player's trailing at the moment. Let's face it, there is so much golf left out there. Anything can happen. Let's just sit back, relax, and watch it unfold.
Now to the first hole. Okay, ball's in the air. Let's see how this round plays out. Bit untidy, wasn't it? Time for the second shot into the first.
And from the rough too. This is looking nice.
He hasn't managed to birdie this hole this tournament. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. As we move to the next, Nick Taylor leads the tournament. Fortune favours the brave. Plenty of bravery here. Out comes the driver.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, right by the green. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
That's disappointing. Just a short putt remaining here. As we move on to the next hole, it's Nick Taylor in top spot. Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
It's just about 3 feet away. And that putt will drop. Well done. And as we move to the next, it's Nick Taylor out in front. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
Pretty good shot there.
Time for the second shot here at the 4th. And choosing the 8-iron here. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
This is a par putt. Ooh. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Here we have a short par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Don't you dare stop it. Slow, slow.
Oh, it just barely snuck into the first cut.
His second shot here. Oh, that just brushed past the hole. Chance to change his fortunes on the green. This would be a good one to make. Birdie putt was oh so close to dropping. In she goes. Let's head to the next. As we move to the next, Nick Taylor leads the tournament. As we move to the 6th hole, it's a par 4.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
From around 120 yards here. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Not a lot of movement here. A little bit to the left, if any.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. And there it is.
That is a huge sigh of relief there, Luke. Finally gets one to go.
Now 5 strokes behind. Hole 7, and it's a par 3. Going with the hybrid. And he's safely on the green. This putt from around 18 feet. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. This is one of those long par 5s. Good luck. That tee shot looks pretty good. Time for the second shot at the 8th.
Oh, this needs to hold on to the fairway.
Don't stop now. Keep on.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Not a single bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting as this green is very deep, not very wide. Big runoff areas on both sides of this green. A par here is a solid number.
Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
Well, this one's going right at the flag.
That shot had Will Zalatoris doing a double take. I think he may be starting to take this rivalry a bit more seriously.
Back-to-back birdies for this player.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Time now to make the turn for home, Rich, and this is an exciting part of the championship. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
That'll work there. Second shot here on the 10th hole.
And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
Well, that one started on a pretty handy line. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now 4 back after that hole. Hole number 11 is a par 4.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Not a bad play, that one. This putt is from 14 feet. John, have you got a read on this one?
This one's going to go up the hill and to the right, I believe.
Putting for par. Well holed. Let's move on. And it's a one-stroke par for our leader over the field. Let's head to the 12th hole. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. He's setting up for his second shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. This putt coming up is for birdie. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And stepping up the standings after that effort. The 13th is a par 3. This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here. 11 feet left to the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Xander Schauffele currently leading the field here. We have a par 5 on this one. This one needs to hold on to the fairway. That's an awful error. Second shot here on the 14th hole. That makes its way to the first cut.
Not quite going to be as easy to birdie this one today as it was yesterday.
And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one.
It's just about 3 feet away.
This is for par.
And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Here we are on the par 4, 15th hole.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Beautiful shot. Really managed that well in the wind.
And this putt to move into the top 20. Starting this one out on a pretty big line. Yeah, just had a little bit too much speed on that putt. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Now sitting at 22 under par. Welcome to the 16th hole, a par 3. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. 13 feet to the hole. A chance to make a birdie just slides by. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Setting up now on a par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Wonderfully played. Time for the second shot at the 17th. Oh, that one just missed the hole. A 7-footer right here. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Well, here we are, the 18th hole. Great shot.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
And look at that. Focus solely on the green. This is a bold play. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Ooh. And now trying to finish his round off with a birdie. And just a little bit of work was all that was required to complete that round. So after the third round, Rich, which was not a bad one, but it's a case of welcome to the modern game. If you don't have your foot flat to the boards, you go backwards.
That's exactly the case that happened today. They played a good round of golf, but listen, right now, everybody else playing head and shoulders above them. So this player's going to have to find something extraordinary tomorrow.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of...
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time now for the final round of the Valero Texas Open from TPC San Antonio. Luke Elvey here, welcome back. We're delighted you've joined us. It was a round of 6 under par for our featured player yesterday. Looking forward to how he tackles the course again today. Let's catch up with play down on the opening hole. Okay, let's see if this one sets the tone for the round today. Coming fresh off a win, this player's looking to go back-to-back here.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player's firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
Well struck. And this has been a hole he's unable to take advantage of so far for this event. Sitting at 25 under as we head to the next. Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Okay, aggressive play, going for it.
Setting up from the first cut here in the green. So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it? 4 feet to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
And now onto the par 4 4th hole. Oh my, that was launched. Well, this would be a familiar spot, Rich. It looks like the same one as yesterday.
Let's not think about what happened here yesterday with this next shot. It wasn't very good.
Yeah, nicely played. John, what's the line on this putt?
I think it's going to go up the hill and to the right.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Don't be fooled by the short length. There is still a lot of movement here to the left.
And it's a 3-stroke advantage for our leader as we head to the next hole. Teeing off here at the 5th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively. Oh, this is a beauty. Come on.
Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Standing over his second shot.
Well, this one's right at the pin. And a chance for a spot in the top 20 on the leaderboard. And with that part hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
He's currently tied for 15th. As we move to the 7th, it's a par 3. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Putting for a par here. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. On the tee now, the par 5 8th hole. Oh, well played. And this from the greenside rough. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? 7 feet to the cup.
This is for birdie.
That's disappointing. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Par 4 9th hole here.
Not a single bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting as this green is very deep, not very wide. Big runoff areas on both sides of this green. A par here is a solid number.
Nicely done.
Second shot here on the 9th.
Judged to perfection.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. He's currently tied for 11th. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Time for the second shot at the 10th. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. This remains for a share of 9th spot on the leaderboard. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
He finds himself in a share of 9th on the leaderboard. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
That dog will hunt.
This is what remains to get into 7th on the leaderboard. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. He's currently tied for 7th.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
The 12th hole is a par 4.
Good birdie on the last. What's in store now?
Nicely done. Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Got some good vibes after yesterday. Trying to keep it up again today.
That could play. A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
A fair bit on the line here. Spot the top 5. And that's 8 birdies today. He's in a tie for 5th at the moment.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
And he needs this to save par. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Now with the honour on a par 5. That one's heading down Broadway. Rich going for this green in 2. Plenty of sand there to mess with your golf ball.
It requires accuracy. There's no doubt about that. There are bunkers both right and left that can certainly gobble up your golf ball if you get a little bit offline. Anything missing a little bit long and left, however, though, that is a good spot to miss it.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And now this for a share of 7th in the standings. That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. He's in a share of 7th place. Welcome to the par 4 15th hole. Absolutely flushed. That should find the surface.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
And this putt to move into a tie for 5th in the standings. As we head to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. Teeing off here on the 16th hole. This player's dialed in. What a shot. And that finishes up the efforts with a tiny little tap in. He finds himself in a share of 4th place at the moment. On the tee now, the par 4 17th hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
This is his second shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Oh, almost went in. This putt is for a share of second.
And only 1 hole to go in this event, Luke.
Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of third spot.
And with 1 hole to go, important putt indeed.
Now 5 strokes behind. Here we are on the last, and it's a par 5. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Now he's got his eyes set on the putting surface. An aggressive play here. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
And this putt is for a final score of 60. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This putt, it's a 45-foot putt.
Oh, he's going to like the look of this. That's a good outcome. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. And that's a nice way for the round to end. Finishing up with the birdie. Oh, Rich, that was a shame. We thought we might see back-to-back wins here from this player. Gave it a great run, though.
Luke, unfortunately, not getting the back-to-back wins. Came ever so close, but unfortunately coming up just a little bit shy. Still awfully impressed with this week's work.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.